We might have a couple bumps, but I think it's good to go. What's up, All in Maniac, Robert Finsk, Chris T. Thanks for being here. We have over 450 people in the free roll to start. That's pretty cool. $2,000 for free. That's a lot of money. A lot of money given out to the poker coach community. So excited to be here with you guys and streaming it today. Once we get settled in, I'll hop into some tournaments, some cash games. You guys let me know what you want to see. If you want to see some heads up, I'll hop in heads up. PLO, I'll play PLO. You guys just let me know. I'm happy to gamble a little bit today. Don't recognize anybody at my table yet. I think. What's up, Chris? Chris, what's up, man? It's been a while. Hope you're doing well. I hope you're in the tournament. That'd be cool. A lot of buddies joining in. It's great to see. I always get anxious that it's not going to go live. It just keeps telling me no data, but it should just pop on right when it's supposed to, I guess. I've been playing on Coin Poker a little bit. Pretty fun site. I like the software a lot. They have some decent tournaments. A lot of cash games running. I like that all their cash games run with an ante. It's been fun. It's been fun to just splash around and mix it up in some of these games. But I have not final tabled this free roll yet. I think there's rebuys. If there's rebuys, I might have to just kind of really splash around. Try to go after just a huge stack. I think there's going to be rebuys. This guy's sitting out, so I'm going to defend. He's kind of toggling between sitting out. So maybe, okay. I would always fold this one from the small blind, but I think when you know the big blind's folding, it's probably fine. You take it, Bildo. Take it. Alright, we already have a lot of rebuys in there, so rebuys are live indeed. Make sure it goes live. 12 rebuys. You want me to rebuy 12 times, Scott? That's, we get ace king. 12 rebuys might be hard in an hour. But let's see what we can do. We'll see what we can do. I hope Croutons just rips. I need to have some gamblers at the table if I'm going to be in for 12 bullets. Excellent connection. I think we should be live. You guys will have to let me know. Alright, well we have to peel if we can rebuy, right? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. They just give the streamers the flush, first hand off the deck in a 3-bet pot. We have a guy checking. I don't really see the use in trapping. Just rip it in there with aces. Alright, we got like a kind of frustrated call, is what that timing felt like to me. Man, we're live on the stream. Everything is going great. I think on the ace, I'm gonna just go for all of his chips. That size feels about good. I think he might just have the aces, black aces. No, no! I thought we were gonna stack them. Crafty boy. Good getaway. Maybe he had jacks. I think he had some frustrated jacks. Not a great board for jacks. Did I just wake up? No, I did not just wake up. My hair's a little messy. Is that it? Is that it? I'm growing out the hair a little bit. I should put the hat on. It's too messy. People are thinking I'm just waking up. Alright, stream looks good. We're live. Let's hop in some other tournaments. You guys let me know what you want to see me play. But I'm going to just start with kind of any MTTs that are running. Oh, we got a $100 tournament? We got $200 tournaments? That's sweet. The Big Kahuna. And Kev Theo is in there. Poker coaching legend. Love to see that. Alright. So I'm going to just put it to the side, but here it is. We're in the $100 tournament. I'm going to put a couple of these to the side, and if anything interesting happens, I will throw it on the screen. Nah. Alright, you want me to play no limit tournaments? Sweet. That is, I'm comfortable doing that. If you told me 5-card PLO, I'm going to play it. But I'm not going to love it. 5-card heads up PLO. There's a $100 PKO as well. Alright, we'll hop into those. The $200 tournaments. How often am I just like good here, right? He's going to have ace 6. I have ace 6 one time. Ace 10? Nice. Ace 6, we go thin for value. I think we got him a little bit. Alright. We're in a $100 PKO. We're in a $100 non-PKO, which are both super deep stacked. We are good. Alright. Saved me a little bit there. Probably would have lost a little bit more money. I would have started check on that mono board, but... Oh my gosh. They just dealt me kings. I'll let you guys know if anything fun happens. Levi Charles, what's up, man? Dodo, yeah, it's a good screen name. Levi, you hopping in this? It's totally free. Go to pokercoaching.com/freeroll. You can win $400 playing some online poker. Maybe more. I'm going to just 4-bet the kings. He chooses a small size. You guys aren't seeing that. Thanks, Al. What's up, Al Hart? Hope you're in here playing. Dabbledore, playing the $100 PKO. I've seen that name before. Definitely seen that name. So I'm covered in this spot. It's blind versus blind. He raises pre. I call. Check, flop. Bet turn, call, bet river. We're just going to have to fold that one. Scott Ryan says, I can't win at coin poker. Probably a volume thing. I think I'm probably down on coin poker too. You know, but when you play like 18 tournaments, it's hard to get a real sample. So you gotta put in volume if you want to see results and see what your actual win rate looks like and whatnot. So hopefully you keep going a little bit and see how it goes. Eric, love your content. Thanks, man. Let's see you play on Global Poker when you do these videos. Bet no way. No matter how well you play, you will win. If you actually want to make a bet, I would be willing to bet that I could have a pretty nice win rate on Global Poker. That place, I've done quite well on Global Poker. Pretty fun site. U.S. market. Not super high buy-in, so you lose a lot of players. It's a good place to build a bankroll and play cards. I've played quite a few hands there, probably from like 2017 to 2019 or so. I like that site. I recommend playing that site for U.S. people. Coin Poker and Global, both good spots to fire off some tournaments. I mean, it's pretty cool on a Monday night. I think Monday night for them is kind of off time in Coin Poker, right? It's not going to be the time where a lot of Europeans are playing. So to just be able to log in and play a couple $100 tournaments is pretty sweet. A lot of cash game action on Coin Poker. I've really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it so far. I also really enjoy getting ace king of clubs. I would say it's like my third favorite suit though. Ace king of spades has to be my favorite suit. Then I would go hearts, clubs, diamonds. How deep are we? I'm not going to get fancy here. I want to try to rebuy if he has it. Let's gamble. Queens. Ace jack. Good start. Good start. We're going to need to do that about 100 more times if we want to win this tournament. So we are 1% of the way there. This is kind of an interesting one. This is a 3-bet pot. I think I went... It's a 3-bet pot. Check, check, flop. Bet, call, turn. Pile of queen on the river. Queen's probably a very bad card for me from his, like, delayed line. I should probably call my hand sometimes in computer land, but I'm going to just fold it every time. I don't, like, what's he going to wake up and just start to bluff with? My 8 can't be good. He might, like, his bluffs here probably like 8-10, 8 jack, that for some reason checked flop, so I'm going to just go with fold there. This is the Poke Coaching Invitational. So we are going to bump it up with the ace-7 off. I need a haircut, yeah. Chris, man, I should have done it. That's a couple comments hating on the hair. I got a hat. Better with the hat on? I mean, come on. Alright, alright. It's growing out. It's growing out. Come on. No hippie. I'm going for like a... Maybe it'll be hippie, actually. I think I'm going to let it get kind of long. Alright, so far the messy hair is not liked by the Poke Coach community. Bad news for me. Maybe I'll just go shave it. Just go shave it off. Hope you're doing well, Chris. It's been a bit. We gotta catch up here soon. Ace check 6, I can do a couple things. I'm gonna just start with check. Scott Ryan, you must be a giant fish. No, you're probably not a fish, man. It's probably just really just a volume thing, you know. When you play 6 tournaments, like, luck makes up 98.6% of your win rate or whatever. You just have to play a lot. I think that, like, people really underestimate volume, and you can't just, oh my gosh. Whew. Sorry, Scott, to break that up. I just made a straight. How do we get the most value here? We just go big. Just go big and hope we get heroed. You could still have, like, ace 2, ace 3, ace 5. It's a little optimistic. A little bit optimistic. Al Hart, You are Athenian and you're gonna knock me out later. I hope you don't. I want to win. I want to win this one today. But good luck, man. Good luck and hope you're well. GTO Poker Legend is 1 for 4 for final tabling this. That's a pretty good. If you can final table this tournament 25% of the time, that's great news. Yes, we'll fold. Ascension, what's up, man? You're always in here. Hope you're doing well. Am I doing Bahamas in December? Yes. I am absolutely going to be doing Bahamas. I love that place. Maybe I don't love Atlantis, but like poker there is awesome. It's nice to get out of Vegas and get to a beach in December. You going? Let me know if you're going. I think we'll have a lot of the poker coaching guys there in town. Hopefully Jonathan goes. I have aces in the $100 tournament. Aces. Numero uno. And just 4. Just going to put in money. I'm gonna just keep pushing equity. I mean, I know that there's definitely reason to slow down a little bit, but I'm just not gonna do it. You can have so many like little combo draws. Queen Jack, 10 Jack, any king. Let's just go 3 streets. Snap, maybe I lose versus snap. King 10. All right. I did lose versus snap. Snap's not so good. I called versus a big raise here. We're gonna call. Bad double gutter. Just take it. I want a rabbit hole. See if I would have made the. I probably can't fold down, but that's okay. I think when people are barreling twice there, it's my board. Like, yeah, I just smashed that board and he's like putting in a bunch of money, so I'm gonna just be all right. Skipping out on that one. All right, I gotta watch out for. I don't know how to say that word. Oh wait, it's Captain Can. Got it. Okay, that's easier than I thought. Captain Can is a killer of the free roll. If you're in the chat, say what's up, Captain. Highest ROI possible, but everybody's gonna have like close to an infinite ROI. I guess you can rebuy now. I'll watch out for him though. I'm gonna tag him right if I see him. GTO Poker Legend hasn't had a haircut in 4 years, and final table is the free roll 25% of the time. I mean, if that's... I don't really need much more than that. I was talking with Alex Foxen over the summer briefly, and I told him I was growing my hair out, and he had just like shaved his head, and we said whoever did better, either we're going to grow our hair out or shave it. And things have been good since I've been growing it out, so it's really, really hard to want to switch it. So hard to want to change things up when they're going quite well. Made a good fold on the other table, so he was going for thin value multi-way. Where am I from? What's up, Grant? I am from Ohio. I grew up near Dayton, Ohio, and then I've been out in Vegas for 5 years, maybe a little more than 5 years. And I will be giving away $100, as All In Maniac is talking about, once we get to 100 likes. We'll do some sort of giveaway in the chat. Thank you guys all for being here. And then I will send somebody $100 on Coin Poker to build their bankroll. Help get you started. Honestly, like, I'm even just like thinking about this stuff with Coin Poker and poker coaching. Like, I'm really like happy to be a part of it. It's pretty amazing that these guys are just giving away so much value. I mean, when I first started playing poker, we were just playing like all sorts of free rolls and figuring out everything you could do to get $10 on a poker site and just play as much as possible and try to spin it up. So it's just pretty cool that every single week we're giving away $2,000 for people to like start their bankroll. And I mean, honestly, like a lot of times, like early in your career, things like you need some sort of spikes or some sort of push to kind of get you moving and get things started. So it's pretty cool that somebody can just like win this, get $500 and like have like a real bankroll to try to like grind it up online. I think it's pretty cool what Coin Poker and poker coaching are doing, and I'm very glad to be a part of it. And so I'm going to give away another $100 so somebody can hopefully have a start at a bankroll. I'm going to just check. Although we need to like I did this last time where it's like, okay, I want to start kind of playing crazy. I don't even know if I have it in me. I don't know if I have it in me to just raise the 10-3 offsuit here and just play crazy and do it. I think I do. I just need to push myself, you know? I need to push myself. So I'm going to fold this one. But I'm going to start going a little nuts. We got to try to build a big stack. We only have 2.2x starting. Bildo has 11k. Bartha has 30. We're going to need to like ramp up the aggression. So let's hope that they're not watching the stream on my table. And let's ramp it up a little bit. And also, while I play these $100 tournaments, I need to make sure I'm going crazy in the invitational and trying to play relatively well in the others. All right. We're going to play fast, too. We need a lot of hands in if we want to rebuy a lot. CJ Gooding, what's up, man? He's been around playing. I've been seeing you on Twitter and at poker coaching. You are driving home. When's the last? I think you can re-enter for 35 more minutes until 6 p.m. Pacific time. Is what somebody in the chat said. I believe that to be true. All right, let's gamble. Ace King. Please have Ace King. Ace Queen's good. Oh, no. How do I gamble and just get flop dead? I'm so live. I'm so live pre-flop. All right. It only applies for the first ever. All right. Auto rebuy. I'm with you, Al. Thank you. Man, I feel like you always win that one. I thought streamers are supposed to just like play crazy and just spike in that spot every single time. Feels like I mean, deuce 7, the very next hand with my image after the jack 7 3-bet call. We have to 3-bet, right? Maybe I'll just call this one in position. I think that's a better way to play it. We have 150 people in here. Thanks everybody for being here. Click that like button. Join the free roll if you like free money. I'm gonna move this higher. That feels better. I can actually see my screens a little bit better. I'm gonna bluff this spot. I'm covering him. He opened in a PKO, cutoff. We played flop, check, check, turn, check, check, and river 7 of spades. I think I would pot. I don't think I'd pot a 7. I was going to say I have a lot of stuff I'm potting here, but I think I'm going to just pot like a 6 or better. Greg, you're from Hamilton. I think I kind of know where that is. I've definitely heard of it. I grew up near Beaver Creek. think Hamilton might be like, is that towards Cincinnati? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's nearby. Nearby. Good place. Ohio's a good place. Gets a lot of hate, especially being out west. It gets a lot of hate, but it's a pretty good spot. We're obviously just gonna start putting in money with any pair. Prod says, do I worry about bots online? It's a tricky question. I think that for me personally, if I'm ever worried about any sort of like integrity about the game or really anything, please have Ace King Bartha. I'm just not going to play. Aces. Will we break Bartha's heart or will we auto rebuy? We're rebuying. Alright. So do I worry about bots online? No. I just like, I don't care about it. I know that stuff is probably happening across some sites. I like a lot of the guys at Coin Poker. They have Mario, Mosback, Pads, so guys that I trust to like worry about all of that stuff. So like me as a poker player, I'm just gonna focus on playing and play my best. If I make the decision to play the game or play the site or do those things, I'm not gonna think about other stuff like that. And maybe that's to a fault a little bit, but I just don't have. I love playing poker. I love playing cards. I like gambling. I like playing online. I like playing live. Like there's so much stuff to play. I'm not gonna let myself like be too concerned about poker media or like poker. I don't know what the word is, but like poker gossip essentially, and let it like kind of take away from my enjoyment. There might be bots. There might not be. I have no idea. I trust this site. I trust the security of a lot of the online sites. And the way that I feel is like if you're a really good player, like, and there are bots, like, is it hurting my win rate? Yeah, but like in an MTT like this, if people are botting it, not overly concerned. Just not overly concerned. We have queens in the $100 non-PKO versus Matty Daddy. We're gonna make that 8. Justin Jail has been instrumental in helping so many, along with you. He absolutely has been. John Little is a extremely hard worker and a great coach. I definitely would not be where I am today without him. And I'm super appreciative for him and poker coaching. That's why I'm doing these streams and I want to do everything I can to support the community and help give away money and all those things, because like if I didn't have all that stuff and all that help, like there's just no way I would have been able to kind of make it to higher stakes. We're going crazy in the Invitational, and I think they know it. So I 3-bet here small blind versus hijack. Kev Theo, poker coaching legend, at my table now. Now I'm going for this like 10 big blind bet size. On the 9 high boards, I kind of want to just like put more money in right away. I think that my advantage comes in like having more overpairs than the opponent. And he has like a lot of continues. I don't want to like bet small and just let him kind of like realize all of his equity with a bunch of different stuff. So I'm going to size up a little bit. And me personally, I'm probably just going to play that in checks on that board. You might be able to do other stuff, but I'm not too fancy. Scott Ryan, 32K now. Nice work. Very nice work. There's still time to get in. Another 30 minutes, actually, which is great. I met you in Bahamas in 23, Jonathan. I was sitting at the table in the bar. Oh, nice, man. Nice. Yeah, I remember that. I remember going up and you guys were having some drinks, having some fun. That's also what I like about Bahamas. It's kind of like it's like end of the year. You get to gamble. You get to chill. The schedule's not like crazy for poker. It's not like you're grinding super hard. So it's pretty fun. Nice, man. Yeah, I didn't know that was you, Ascension. That's great. A little bit of a... No, I just have to fold. This is in the PKO. This is an easy call versus one guy, but now when this guy ISOs, he covers both. He can be kind of wide, but... Oof, and oof, okay. The big kahuna. I like that. The big kahuna. I flatted pretty wide in this spot. I was gonna say I could really start putting some money in versus check, but versus bet, I just gotta get out of there. Yeah, I appreciate you guys engaging. And let me know if you guys have any questions about online poker, live poker, poker coaching, anything you guys have. Yeah, I'm happy to chat with you guys and do my best to answer any questions you guys might have. And I have to win a tournament today. I cannot not win a tournament today. We're in $200 and the Poker Coaching Invitational. It's going to be hard to win the Poker Coaching Invitational. That's a big tournament. Over 500, I think, now. It's hard to tell exactly. Looks like we're at 60 likes. Once we get to 100, I'll have you guys post your screen names in the chat, and I will RNG it, and we'll gamble, and somebody will win $100. Defending the big blind versus hijack here. Okay. Yeah, I expect big sizes on this Jack 8-5 versus medium size. You have an easy continue. I can probably develop some leads here, but I'm just not gonna deal with it. And my hand doesn't feel like it's like there's that much incentive to lead. He goes half pot, half pot. Pretty easy continue again. I'm gonna just play leads now. Who should have more tens? Who has more 10s and 6s? That is going to be me, for sure. I have all the offsuit 6s in this spot. He's going to be checking back, like, even sets, maybe. So, yeah, I'm going to go for this, like, small size here. He can definitely develop, like, some raises here. There you go. And if he has queen 10, we're going to be out. Let's see. We're out. Maybe I should mix folds with the 10. No, I think with the 6, I would mix. All right, we are right back in. We're out, and we're right back in. And that is the beauty of poker. The beauty of all of it. One tournament does not matter. Especially when you can just click the button and rebuy the tournament. Nice hand, sir. Nice hand. What a run out for the guy. I mean, come on. 8-10. He's just dead. He just runs it out. We have jacks, and we have quite the image at this table. We want Bartha to be in, because Bartha has seen me be extremely out of line. Hopefully Jay Sizzle has as well. Jory McGowan, you are at the table. Well, good luck. Good luck. Enjoy the punting. And I apologize if I double up 3 with a really bad hand. Moreau from Big Kahuna, what's up? What's up? Good luck. I think you might have just stacked me. Were you the one that stacked me? Nice hand, if so. Wow, they folded to my jacks, and I get jacks again. That's great news. Relaxing with nature. Are you playing the free roll? I am absolutely playing the free roll. That is the main table and the main focus of the day. I need to final table this tournament. Absolutely a must. Oh, this is too big. I should have paid attention. But we get the snap call, and we flop a set. That's the streamer luck. I'm going to just do dumb sizes. and act like I just have kings or queens. We get the double snap call. I think we just gotta check this one over to him. That's how I would play, like that's how it feels like you'd play like kings or queens, something like that. Somebody's asking about the currency on here. This is all USDT. It's so hard to have bluffs in this line. But it doesn't really matter. Just need to stack an ace. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Moreau is on my right now in this tournament, and he's in chat. What's up, man? Huge fan from London. Thanks, dude. I love London. It's a great city. You have a nice little stack in this thing. Hopefully we can play some fun hands, and I'll stream it. Stream it to people. Stream it to you. Can you deposit with credit card on Coin Poker? I would not think so. I do not think so. You can do P2P for sure, and you can use crypto. The currency on here is USDT, which is 1-to-1 a USDT coin or whatever, and stable coin, and the US dollar. It says the chat is disconnected. Apologies if I'm disconnected. It looks like things are fine. Right. Alright, we have 20 minutes to build a stack in this thing. We're back to about that 22k spot we were in earlier. We need to make this like 40k, 45k. That's a board that it can really happen on. We're going to just start by piling the flop with a pot-sized bet. Pot. Quick pot. Make it easy. I'm not going to mess around with 4, 4.5, whatever. Straight pot. Probably would have checked the turn if he continued versus pot on the flop. I think pot on the flop is going to go extremely well for me. It's really hard to fight hard enough for chips. Easy to fight hard enough in ICM land, if anybody's wondering about the strategies there. Very, very easy on those low card boards when people go big to defend their range. People do not like to fold top pair on the flop. I've never really seen it happen. Or at least not very often. Might have a little blind versus Moreau. Is it Moreau? I think it's probably Moreau. I'm gonna give you that one. Nice hand. Barth is thinking about 3-betting me again. They saw what I did with the threes, and they're like, he's like, should I just continue with anything here because this guy's just gonna blast off? What's up, Greg? Nice, CJ got in. You hit food, you hit gym, and now you hit coin poker night. What a day. That's a good evening, man. That's a great evening. I don't really know what more you would want. Good food, hit the gym, get the endorphins going, and then hop in on a Monday night and play for a free $2,000 plus an extra 100 giveaway. That's pretty sweet. That is pretty sweet. Will somebody tell me in chat, can I listen to music? Should I listen to music? And can I listen to music? That would be helpful. I don't know if streamers do that. If I win a tournament, I'm going to put music on though. Win the PKO sub 10 bigs, yes. I love ace king, and I love it even more when I have kings right next to it. Should I show you guys what's happening? This is a PKO, so I think I'm getting called here. I don't know. Every single time? Is that possible? Should I get called here every single time? We're going to be all in versus Bartha. I don't know which one's going to come first. We could have a huge stack here. I think king of clubs, king of spades, I was off. My feel is a little bit off. Maybe I shouldn't play. My feel can't be that off. Ace. Ace. Oh my god. Dagger. Absolute dagger from the overcalled fives of Dabbledore. Get me back in that tournament, Dabbledore. Absolute dagger. I wanted the ace. I wanted the board pairing ace. Okay, this is... I want to re-enter this tournament. I'm showing you guys a blank screen. I think PKOs you're supposed to enter to the last minute, right? Just kidding, just kidding, just kidding. They say PKOs you're probably not supposed to re-enter here. I don't mind. I am here to gamble. I'm not really here to make money. We're getting piled on the Poker Coaching Invitational. And we have a very good hand. I mean... Mick Fish. Oh no, I wanted him to say all in. I was just saying, please say all in, Mick Fish. Please say all in, McFish. Jason Spooner, rookie, you're only supposed to stream the winning hands. I mean, I showed up with my hair a mess. Everybody let me know. And I streamed some losing hands. I need to get better at this. I need to improve this one. We're going to just gamble straight off in this one. I don't know. Just have ace-jack. Oh gosh, that's not really the hand we wanted to see. Alright. We hopped back in, we gambled right away. Not the best. Luckily, in the Invitational, we have 52,000 chips. That is exactly where I want to go. Moreau just won a nice pot. He's up to 45,000 chips. We're going to defend the Queen 9. Greg, how do you get in the chat that Justin is using? I am on YouTube. That is the chat I am using. How do we get in to win the 100? Ciro Doffy. I got check raised. Oh my gosh. You never get check raised here. Alright, have it, have it. Nice hand. Queen 3-4. I did not expect to get check raised very much in real life. Alright, how do you get in to win the 100? We need to get to 100 likes, and then I'll let you know. Once this stream gets 100 likes, I'll run the giveaway. Oh my gosh, this guy just folded in a bounty, and I have 4 bigs in the big blind. I got to walk in the bounty with 4.5 bigs. I'm not sure I shouldn't be rebuying this tournament. I think that means... I think that's like an omen that I should just rebuy as long as I possibly can and try to spin it, because they want me to accumulate chips. If they're giving me walks, there's only 3 paid. There's $738 for first. I think I can win. Late reg ends in 2.5 minutes. We're going to need to gamble and then rebuy if needed. We're going to go for it. I wonder if there's 24 people 3 paid. Reasonable. Ooh la la. Ace Queen. Wonderful hand. Okay, Skybus, you can't listen live, but they will likely mute the stream for replay after it's done. Okay, that sounds a little too complicated. I think I'm gonna just go no music. Is that something you guys want? Do you guys want me to put on music? I just always wonder. I don't know what the typical thing for streamers to do is. I think what I'll do is if I win a tournament, I'll get some champagne and I'll play some music. Or if I'm like three-handed or something like that. If I get three-handed in this pro coaching free roll, I'm gonna need some music to kind of get me going a little bit. But we will see once we get there. Thank you guys very much for the information. Chat seems all good. How close are we to 100 likes? If we get to 100 likes, I will give away $100. We get to 100, we'll run a giveaway, and somebody will get 100. I have 5 bigs in the big blind again, with a minute left to re-enter. I think we have to gamble this spot, right? I think we just have to go for the gamble here. I could dominate him. We're gonna need a spade. 2 more spades. That'll work. I'm not sure how happy he is with the 9-4 suited gamble, but we had a minute left in late reg, and I wanted to win that spot with 9-4 suited, especially of spades. Spades is my favorite suit. Keo punts in this $100 tournament. I will blast off if they check. I don't really see what else I could do. They put in money. I floated the flop to a bet. I called pre. They kind of bet medium size. I just think I can float and do pretty well on turns. But then they put in money on the turn, and I cannot really do well then anymore. Joy McGowan, so close to stacking you. You might... I don't know which one you are. I don't know which one you are. I hope it, oh, you might have been Geek. You might have been this one. You might have been that one. You might have gotten away when I had jacks pre and flopped a set. I don't want to stack you though. You're in the stream. You're chatting. I would prefer not to stack you. Everybody else at the table, I will stack. And then you, I'll try to wait until we're in the money. Or if I stack you and then you win the $300, that also feels pretty reasonable. Ace 5 suited, Bartha with the limp. Let's just call this one. Yeah. So we're on a 4-minute delay. 4-minute delay. Ace 5, I'm pretty much gonna be done with this one. Yeah. Grant Madden, Justin, in general, in the early stages of the tournament, do you want to be taking flips? I can't say that I ever really think about it like that. I'm never like, I want to get, like, I mean, right now, obviously, it's maybe not the best example, but if we're talking about me as a poker player, early stages, do I want to be taking flips? It's not so much like about taking flips. It's more about the exact spot I'm in. Obviously, if 30% of my stack is in the pot and somebody jams and I know we're flipping, I'm gonna call, right? Because I'm just printing in that spot. Whereas, like, would I flip all day long in the early stages? No. Like I'm not, like, if we both had ace king and I knew he has ace king and there's no overlay, I'm not going to take that spot, right? But there's always overlay. So I'm more just focused on, like, trying to make the most profitable decision I can, and sometimes that leads to taking a flip or getting in with like a small equity favorite or whatnot. So yeah, I'm not really trying to find flips or avoid flips. I just want to figure out how to play the most profitable strategy I can at every stage. And sometimes that's going to be, you know, 4-betting the ace king against a range that I know has some bluffs, but that I'm going to stack off against jacks and queens and kings at a reasonable frequency. I hope that answers your question. Do you want to be taking flips? Yeah. Yeah, I don't really think about it like that. In this tournament right here, I want to just take any kind of gamble I can to build a big stack. And luckily, we've ran hot and have 5x starting. But in normal tournament poker, I'm just thinking to myself, what's the most profitable play? How do I make the most money in every single unique individual situation? which sometimes leads to taking flips and sometimes leads to avoiding them. Matthew Farmer, what's up? What was it about poker that drew you to it? Poof. I mean, to me, poker is just the most like beautiful game. I always really liked games. I played poker a lot when I was young. I kind of got into chess for a while, but I mean, to me, poker is just like a perfect game. Like you have the luck aspect, you have the skill. It's very difficult and complex, and like it's just so enjoyable to try to figure out the puzzle of poker. You know, if you like puzzles or games, poker is just like, to me, the most beautiful one. So I would say that, yeah, that the intricacies of strategy and the difficulty of the game are probably two of the things that drew me in, as well as the upside. I mean, you have to be like an absolute world beater in like chess or something to do quite well. But in poker, if you're the best at a table of 9, you're gonna be crushing, right? So I love the upside of poker. It can lead to all sorts of financial freedoms or great experiences. We are all in the 100 PKO. I think I'm going to win this one. Clubs. He flopped a set. Ingitata has ruined me in the PKO. Dabbledore ruined me the first time, and then Ingitata. Shoot! I wanted to win that one. I wanted to win that one for you guys. Moreau is back at my table and now on my left. I think he texted Coin Poker and was like, look, I don't want to really be on Justin's right for this $100 Big Kahuna. I would much prefer to be on his left. And they're like, all right, Moreau, we will move you to his left instead. Eric, how do I deal with boredom at the table? It's a tough one. How do I deal with boredom at the table? I gotta take this one from you, Volgi, sorry. You know what, like, how do I deal with boredom at the table? I would say the biggest thing for me is that I really, really just try to play cards when I want to be playing cards. Because the only way I like have things like boredom or mental leaks kind of pop up, it's really only because I want to be doing something else. And if I want to be playing cards, like, what is there to get bored about? I mean, the game's amazing. There's so many things to pay attention to. In live poker, you can watch other people play, look at showdowns, get information. Even a nice hand, Moreau. Well played. You got me. Yeah, so I would say that I don't really get bored when I want to be there, you know? So focusing on playing in those times is probably my solution there. And if I feel like I'm getting bored, like that's just a big cue for me that like I probably shouldn't be there, you know? If I'm like on my phone scrolling Twitter or something like that, it's like, what am I doing, you know? But like if I'm playing a high stakes tournament and I'm ever in that kind of mindset, like something's wrong, I have to fix it immediately and try to get back into the flow of things. Because yeah, when I'm at the table and I want to be there, I can never get bored. There's so much happening. All the stacks are constantly shifting. The player types, people's moods, what bet sizes they're using, how I think my image is against them, like how they're approaching hands against me. Like all these things are just constantly going through my mind. And I'm trying to figure out how I can win this like war, you know? Like when you're at the table and you're really, really focused, like it's like a battle or a war that you're trying to win. So if you're at war, you're never bored. You know what I mean? Like if you're like in the fourth quarter of a basketball game with 2 minutes left, like how can you be bored? You know? So if you approach it that way, boredom doesn't really set in unless you shouldn't be there. K-words, why does Justin even need these free rolls? That's a good point. What's up top? That can't be right. 1,500? No, that's Big Kahuna. What's up top in the free roll? $470? I love money. That's why I'm in the free roll. I want to win the $470. No, I mean, I like playing poker, man. I like playing poker. I like being with the community. This is, yeah, fun time. Fun time for me. We are on break. What do streamers do on break? Everybody in chat right now, please type in what I should be doing on break. Last time I played chess, I don't think people really liked that. I don't really want to just like short somebody and heads up, but I think that's what I'll do is just play a little heads up and then put it on the side. That's 5-card Omaha. I don't really want to play that one. We're going to just like play some heads up hands, I guess. I guess maybe that's something I can do. We're playing Black Mamba. And I'm going to play as fast as humanly possible to get in as many hands on break. I think people take breaks usually on break. I'm not going to do that. I want to be a great streamer for you guys. So I am here. I am staying, and we're going to play Black Mamba heads up for at least 3 more minutes. And I'll put it on the side and give him a little more action so he's not upset at me for just stacking him once and leaving. I believe we have 3 folds in a row from Black Mamba. 6-10 off. Somebody let me know if you would defend 6-10 off to a $5 raise there. I think I would have. There's an ante in these games, which is just awesome. I love playing these. They're pretty fun. It's way more fun to play poker with an ante, or heads up with an ante, cash with an ante. It can get kind of dry and boring without it. I'm going to start check. We're going to play lightning fast. I want to get in a lot of hands here. This guy's figuring out his timing. He's going to stay balanced all the time. I am going to try to play lightning quick. We face an overbet. All right. All right, fair enough, Black Mamba. The snap check back. He gives me the overbet. Maybe I could have clicked. That hand I don't think is a good one to kind of continue. I want to have some better properties. Making a 9 and letting his straights get there, not great. Counterfeit outs. I don't have an overcard at the board. I don't know, yeah. Just play call. I need to play faster. This is good practice for me. Sometimes when I first started playing live, I was very slow. I was very used to just playing online, and I had a really hard time counting the pot. And now that I talk to like guys that are also new or newer, like now the guys that are, like I was new in like 2021, I would say, was when I was first starting to play live. And now there's new guys playing 2024, and I'm just watching them, and it's hilarious because I'm just like, this guy's sitting here time banking because he's trying to count the pot. And I just recognize it because that was me. I think no spade. Let's just play check. I snap checked, okay? But now it's not really like an overbet spot for him, I don't think. So it's this size for him. I'm going to snap call. I have the best hand a lot here. My 6 of clubs is kind of... Oh my gosh. I need a second. Here. I know I said I would play super fast. I mean, he's saying he has a flush. So my 6 becomes not as bad when he's saying he has a flush, because 6 of spades would be the one that would be the bad one. I'm going to just pay. If he has a 9 here, he could have a 9. He could have like king 9 with a spade, but he could have like 10 jack, 8 10. And he can just have the jack high flush. Nice hand, Black Mamba. He is going to have that a lot there. I think it's probably just totally reasonable strategy to fold with a 6 of spades. He does defend the 6 off. Yeah, I think it's... Some GTO guy can tell me, but I think it's probably worse to have the 6... Or better to have the 6 of spades there. Worse to have the 6 of spades there. Blocking bluffs is way worse than blocking value in general. Poke coaching is back. I just did my absolute best to play through the break. I'm going to put the heads up to the side. Heads up is on the side, but I need to stack Black Mamba at least once. So we're going to keep playing him a little bit. But the Invitational, the main event. Some people have called this tournament the main event. Not me. I haven't called it the main event. But when some people refer to the main event, I've heard them talk about the coin poker, poke coaching free roll as that main event. So I just want to let you guys know that. And now I think that late rate is over. I'm going very thin against Mamba in our heads-up match. And I think it is about the worst river card for me. I'm not going to win this pot very often anymore. You could have 7x of hearts. Oh, yeah. We went really thin. We won a $65 pot with 8-5. 8-5. Sure. What happened here? I was paying attention to my 8-5, and I think this guy limped, and I probably ISO'd, and he just open shoved. Yeah, it's fine. Three. Chat, I'm sorry to ignore you a little bit. The heads up games. We're past late reg, right? I'm gonna just fold. Alright, I have some questions I missed on here. Let's make the final table, Moreau. Let's absolutely do that. I would love to get heads up with you on stream playing for $1,500. We have an hour left in late reg in that one. I'm going to try to fire hard and get a stack in there. Moreau's going to know that, so that might lead to some interesting stuff happening. But we will try to get heads up together. Turn top pair here against Moreau. It's a multi-way pot, 2.5, button calls. I call big blind. Check, check, check on the flop, and I turn the king. I start with a check here. It should be very bad for me, but the 5 should be quite good for me. So I think that I'm going to go for this size right here. 5 for the 5. Do I have any stories battling Ivy? Or if not, other goats? You know what's funny? I've actually played Phil... Let's see if I have the winner here, right? I have the winner, yeah. I've played with Phil a decent amount at the Tritons. It feels like every time my final table, he's at the final table. He does really well. He's a tough player. Any interesting stories? I don't have too much for stories. My favorite story about Ivy is that Nick Schulman story, which he said on some podcasts and things. I'm going to get it a little bit wrong, but essentially they're playing like a Bobby's Room game or something. I fold. And Nick is getting a massage and needs cash. He didn't have cash to pay the masseuse, so he gets a massage for a few hours, and maybe the massage is $400, something like that. He wants to give the masseuse, and he's like, "Hey Phil, can I get some money to pay the masseuse? I'll get it back to you." And Phil's like, "Yeah, of course," and gives her $5K and tells her to keep it, and just starts laughing. I thought that was just like a legendary story. Nick's just like, "What the fuck? Like, that's so funny," and now he owes Phil $5K. So good. Hopefully, it was a great massage. I thought that was a pretty funny Ivy story. I don't really have too much. I've played some interesting hands versus him, but nothing really stands out. Yeah, we've played some spots that have been worth a lot of money, which is kind of fun. I really like playing with him. It's fun to be at the table with him. He has a great presence, and it's a fun guy to kind of battle with. Yeah, I like a lot of those guys. Negreanu, I'm fortunate to play with a lot. He's obviously a super legend. I'm just gonna fold this one here. Yeah, Negreanu's great. We've played some spots together, which have been a good time. I don't really have too many great gambling stories, unfortunately. Not yet. Not yet. Five more likes, and you guys will all be in the giveaway for $100. That's pretty cool. So this guy's sitting out for 6.5 bigs, which is going to change this person's range quite a bit, but they just go with the fold. If I'm playing a high-stakes tournament online and somebody that's supposed to be there sitting out, you wait. In my mind, I think you wait. You let them get back in if they disconnected or whatever like that. Especially like you're playing somebody heads up. If like you're heads up in a tournament and they get disconnected, to me, you wait. But if they've been sitting out in a free roll and it's been sitting out, you just snap act. I don't mind that at all. They don't mind. They didn't pay anything to get here. How do we enter the $100 giveaway? Once we reach 100 likes, I'll tell you how to enter the giveaway. And then somebody will draw and let me know who the winner is. Ian Sheriffs, what's up, man? Welcome. Hopefully you're still in there. Let me know, guys, who is still in the tournament. Anybody have a big stack? Is anybody looking at a hot start in the pro coaching free roll? GJ Kamani, what's up? Any giveaways today? Absolutely. $100 giveaway soon. How many hours are you studying versus playing per week? I go in spurts. I would say that when I play, I'm playing a lot. I used to have a process where I would study a lot as I played, and it just wore on me quite a bit. You know, if you play for 10, 12 hours and you go back and you try to study, that wore on me quite a bit. So now I would say that I go through like big spurts. When I'm in a series where I want to be really focused, I'm just really focused on playing. If there's a couple of things I want to do, like before a final table to like increase my sharpness, I'll do those things. But for the most part, when I'm playing, I'm playing and I'm focused on my performance, getting enough sleep, all those types of things. Moreau and I are in a big pot. I think I'm going to just fold this one. Yeah, he puts in half our stack. This is kind of an interesting river spot. We played it multi-way on the flop. I opened, he goes call, Phoenix calls. King 8 jack, check, medium bet. I think I'm going to play a block here. I think I'm going to play a block and let him develop raises. He can just have like ace 10, queen 10, targeting a jack quite a bit. Might have left a little bit of value on the table there from Moreau. You have to let us know in the chat what if he had like king jack or something like that. It's not great. You could definitely have king queen to check back, but I think he's going to bet the turn a lot with his kings, and then on that kind of run out, I should just play like a reasonable amount of blocks with my hand. Especially starts multi-way. Yeah, I think I like that. Just live bet some football, Tanner Wolf. I'm not a great gambler. I can play one gambling game, and that is poker. Although I need to fade Calvin Ridley today in fantasy. So let me know if Calvin Ridley is not doing amazingly well, because that would be great. That would be funny though. I could live bet some football on breaks. That is a reasonable thing to do. Pretty fun. Okay, he plays check after small 3-bet off a small stack. That is alarm bells for me. That is alarm bells. I'm gonna just play call. What do people have here when they do that? Like queens and jacks, I guess? I don't think I can really develop jams here, right? Like, I just have to hope that... I don't know what I have to hope for. This is a funny spot. Checks the king, deuce 3. I think I'm dead here a lot. Is he ever checking and then going bet jam? This might be a range fold spot. McFish 91. Gosh, this is such a crazy fold to make in the free roll for a bet 60 on the river. I can't fold this, right? But he just has aces. Aces, jacks, ace, king. Just the traps. Does he have anything else? My timer ran out. I think that's a good fold. These are weird spots where a computer would never make that play. But now we're past rebuy. I'm here to play now. I am here to play. I have to win this tournament. I'm willing to make big folds. I'm willing to make big folds. And Mick Fish, if you're in the chat and you had queen high, well played. Well played, and you got me. Ace queen in the big kahuna with Moreau over here. How do you sign up for the giveaway? Moro never asked to borrow unspecified amount from Ivy. Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't think I really have it in me to ever ask Phil Ivey for any money. I want to golf with Phil Ivey though. We've chatted about it a little bit. I think we'll probably try to get a game. Get a game in some off time. Do I have a favorite hand of all time? You know what came to mind was I played this pretty crazy hand. Oh my gosh, I'm dead in the kahuna. Can I rebuy? I can still rebuy. I played a hand in Vietnam Triton that I didn't even, like, you know, I made a mistake in, I would say, but I kind of reasoned through it, and I ended up making a really good turn call. Maybe if you look up my name in Triton, it might come up or something. I'm not sure. But yeah, I think I had 8-5 off versus this online cash game player. And it was a blind versus blind spot. Maybe I had like 8-4 off. Something like that. Jack, and 6, and he checks back again. That's probably bad news for my last fold if he goes check, and now he big bets. He did this last time, and then he bet the river. So I'm gonna just trap. We'll see if he puts in money. I have a good hand. He did not. So he just had ace high, I think. I have a pretty big hand against Moreau here. I think I'm going to go with... Is check raised too thin? I'm going to just go pot. I'm going to just go with pot against Moreau. It's limp off 20 check. Check, bet, call. And now I'm potting. I think pot's probably the play there. I could be convinced check's better though. Austin Springer, what's up, man? What's up? Been a while since I heard from you. Hope you're doing great, man. Hope you are doing great and enjoying life. If you're in the free roll, that would be sweet. I would be stoked if you were playing in this free roll. But if not, hope you're doing great. Sorry if I'm missing any of these questions. What was your study routine like before you started seeing great results? Hours per week, learning how to adjust. Whew. Before I started seeing results, it's kind of hard to say in terms of how I started. It depends what you call results. I started to play small stakes, no limit cash online, and was like studying with a pen and paper and watching videos for 4 months, something like that. Like, and so I was seeing results in terms of that. But seeing results there, I would say, is a lot different than seeing results like the high stakes. So study regimen, I would just say the first thing I would say about that, Ian, is that like I love poker. Like I love studying. I love playing. I like the intricacies of the game. I really enjoy all that stuff. So like the studying aspect of poker never was something that was tough for me. It was always very natural because I really enjoyed it. And actually the thing that was less natural to me was playing. For a while, my biggest issue was putting in volume because like I just really like to learn. I really like to study. I like to build strategies. I like to use the softwares. I like to build databases. I like all that stuff a lot more naturally than like going and grinding 12 hours a day for 20 days straight. So I would say the grinding came a lot less natural to me. In terms of regimen, like hours per day and all those things, I never really set a schedule for me. I was just so unbelievably curious about the game that I would wake up thinking about it. I'd go to bed thinking about it. If I played a hand where I had questions about, I would look at it, and then I would look at it from what a solver would do, and then I would look at it based on different assumptions. And like, I never really had like a strict regimen where it felt like a diet or something like that, where it felt like I had to do something or I had to study 4 hours a day. One thing that was pretty funny early in my career is that I met Brock Wilson, and people told me that he studied a lot, and like I felt like I studied I just was like constantly at my computer, and then I met Brock, and somebody told me he studied 60 hours a week, and I had an absolute breakdown. I had like a crisis. I was just like, how am I gonna do it? Like, these guys are already better at me than poker. Theoretically, they're ahead of me. You know, they've been doing this longer than me, and they're studying 60 hours a week. Like, we can't have this weird ego that we just think we're like smarter than everybody. I was like, how am I gonna do it? Like, these, like, if I have Brock and all the old school guys, the Chidwicks and the Petrangelos and whatever, like, they're already so far ahead of me, and they're studying harder than me. Like, how can I make it? You know what I mean? Like, I had like this crisis, and at the end of the day, I was just like, you know what? Like, I love doing this. I love learning about the game, and I'm like obsessed with it. So like, I don't care about what other people are doing. I'm just going to stay obsessed with it and study and play as much as I possibly can, and just see where it takes me. I'm not going to worry so much about what other people are doing and all that stuff. And then later to find out that maybe he was a little bit exaggerating his 60 hours per week, you know. But we were maybe a few drinks in, chatting about it, and he got a little bit, maybe he was exaggerating a little bit. Hopefully I'm getting all these questions. 9-3 halftime. Thank you, Tanner. I'm gonna win my fantasy if it's 9-3. He needs like a huge week. That felt like it was gonna be a really boring game. Tennessee, Miami. How do you load money on coin poker? I believe I used exchange. In exchange, I mean, if you have like a Trezor or a hardware wallet, you can just send USDT directly. You can P2P anybody you know and get money that way, or you can just like get on Coinbase and send money that way. Out, you ran Jack into King. GG Ascension. You're always deep in this thing. So maybe this time they didn't allow you to be. GG, and good luck if you're playing other stuff. And good luck next week. Alright, so McFish has done this twice where he's checked back flop. The first time he went bet, and I made a huge fold. The second time he went bet, check on a spot where I think he like very likely just had like an ace high type hand or a two pair. Better than the 6. I'm gonna just play call. I think check raise is super reasonable here. But let's kind of see how this goes. You should half stack here a lot. Like bet half pot, you know, like it's gonna be betting 7 a lot on the turn. I think I have the winner a lot. Oh my gosh, I don't have any time bank. I did not want to check. I was debating jam or what size to use there. Shoot. Alright, I gotta recognize that. No more time bank in the free roll. Fair play. Fair play to McFish. He is getting it done against me a little bit. Thanks, Tanner. Thanks for hopping in. Appreciate you, man. Hope you're doing good. Austin says doing good. Just want to check it out. Just got married. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. And congratulations on getting married. I've no doubt she's probably an awesome girl. Hope you guys are enjoying the newlywed life. Thanks for stopping in, man. Appreciate it. GJ says, do you ever 3-bet 6-5 suited? Yes. Somewhat rarely, I would say. But 6-5 suited, I would 3-bet late position openers, and as we get a little bit deeper. As you get deeper, I care a lot more about like playability than I do about blockers. And so 6-5 suited, you can definitely mix in 3-bets, kind of versus like late position opens, or when you're out of position, right? So say somebody opens the button or cutoff deep, and you're in the big blind. 6-5 suited, I think is a great hand to go for a 3-bet. All right, I'm playing another hand against Moreau. I opened 5s. He flats the button, and we get 9-7-6. I have a gut shot and a backdoor club draw, and he plays check, and then comes an ace. An ace is quite good for me. But my hand, obviously, I'm going to just keep playing check, I think. I don't think there's too much value in betting and he snap checks and we get the queen, which is also a bad card. I'm gonna hope he has deuces through fours, or like king jack, and decides to go for the check and find a winner. Looks like he's gonna put some money in. He says I got aces, and pots it. I mean, I have to jam, right? He says I have aces, and pots it. I mean, like, I gotta fold, I guess. I want to jam them, bro. I want to just jam there. I hope you actually had aces. That'd be awesome. That would be awesome. Florida Freedom Fight. He was starting with me, toe, and sixes. Absolutely. That was in terms of study process. Like, I had access to great study groups early. I really tried to put myself out there and like bring value to every single group I was in. You know, whether that's like running sims or watching streams and pulling hands or whatnot. I always wanted to provide a lot of value to like the group I was studying with at the time, and because of that, I got a lot of value, which was huge. I got to learn from tons of players that were way better than me the entire way, and I still have guys that, you know, no matter how good you are at poker, you can always use a coach. You can always use, you know, maybe I'm better than some players at something, but there's going to be players that are way better than me at specific things. And so, yeah, having just like no ego about that stuff is huge. You know, there's guys that, you know, I'm not going to say who this was, but I had dinner with a guy the other night. He was a friend of mine. He's younger than me. He hasn't been studying as much as me. He hasn't been playing as much as me. All these things. He still has a skill set that's going to be better than my skill set in a ton of different ways. And I love to talk with him about different games he's playing or different things he's doing, because none of that stuff matters. You know, there's guys who've been playing poker for a year and a half, and they're going to be doing things better than me in certain areas. I'm going to just muck. You take this one, Fink. You take that one, Fink. I don't love that. Don't love folding that hand there, but... Okay, we are at 100 likes. So what I need you... He will do it in his own time. Yeah. Thank you, Ryan. I appreciate that. We're ready for the giveaway. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for tuning in. And thank you for liking this. I appreciate it very much. So I'm going to give away $100. What I need you to do is from this moment... I'll probably give it 10 minutes. From this moment, I need you to put in your Coin Poker screen name. Type in your Coin Poker screen name in the YouTube chat. I'll give it some, whatever, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, at least 10 minutes because I'm on a delay. And I'll have the guys pick a winner for me, and I'll send somebody $100 to get started or build their bankroll on Coin Poker. Thank you guys for being here again. Yeah, I appreciate you guys a lot. Appreciate you guys a ton, and glad to give away money to you all. Eric says, I think I found the Triton 840 hand. Jonathan Little made a video on it. Yeah, I mean, that was just a cool spot because, like, I messed up the flop. I should just check the flop. Pre-flop's fine, but I was quite happy with that one because that was the first Triton series I'd played. That was the highest stakes I'd ever played, and I was just happy with myself because, like, I just trusted my instincts. I trusted my thought process. I trusted my ability to decipher a situation. And even though it was on stream, even though it was for a bunch of money, even those, all these things, I was able to like get to the answer that I wanted to do, not care about looking dumb or whatever, and call. And then I held, which was, I probably would have felt a lot worse about it if he just spiked, because he had a big draw, I believe. But yeah, I think that hand like sticks out because it felt like a little bit of a turning point for me, mindset-wise. Playing on streams, I would say, you know, it's easy to watch a stream and kind of like judge people on how they're playing or whatever without really thinking about the fact that like those guys have been playing for hours on end. The stress is high, the pressure's high, the lights are bright. You know what I mean? Like it's easy to kind of see it from the side and be like, oh, why did he do this or why did he do that? It's like much tougher to be in that situation. So that hand sticks out to me because I was proud of myself for being in the situation and executing kind of the way that I know I can in a spot that was worth a lot of money. So definitely proud of that one. Made plenty of mistakes too on streams, on all that stuff, and I think that helps me a lot as well. Like some of my biggest spots early on in my career, I made big mistakes in. It's like, okay, you have two options. You can either worry about it, or you can just work harder and get better and improve. And that's kind of always been my mindset with those spots. I'm really trying. Moreau is standing by the fact that he had aces in the chat. Moreau says that he had aces. How can he not buy it? You know, how can he not buy it? I'm jamming on him here. I had ace 5 there. Ace 5 of spades. Pretty good hand. Ace 8. Oh, that was his aces? Was there an 8 on the board? There was an 8. Oh, you trapped me. He tried to trap me. Alright, Ryan, others. I appreciate the initial sentiment, all that stuff, but we're just here to have a good time. Just here to have a good time. Don't worry too much about the disagreements in chat or whatnot. I'm just here to have a good time, talk some poker, help you guys with everything I possibly can. If you have any questions about any types of poker things, happy to do my best to provide you guys value for the next 90 minutes, hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever you guys think. Hey Justin, now that you are years in your career, do you enjoy cash or tourneys better? Which format do you think you have a better hourly? That's a good question. I definitely enjoy tournaments at the moment. No limit, hold'em, live, high stakes tournaments is definitely like what I enjoy the most. I like it when the pressure is high. I like it when the stakes are high. And I like live poker. I like all the aspects of it. So that's definitely what I'm enjoying the most. To me, it's also the most complex. I know, like, I came from cash, so like I always thought that tournaments are a lot of preflop and cash is more complex. And so maybe I just feel that way because I'm playing more tournaments, but the intricacies of tournament poker, especially right now, and especially the high stakes, is very vast. You can never study enough. I've watched pretty much every live stream that there's been in the high stakes in the past 6 years, something like that. Like, there's probably not many I've missed. There's always more to learn about your opponents, about the gameplay, how people are playing, the sizes that they're choosing, the strategies, their approach to ICM, their approach to final tables, like all these different things. I think I have a winner. Oh my god, ace 7. Nice hand, SBDA. I felt like I had the winner there. But yeah, I mean, that's definitely the biggest thing I'm enjoying right now. In terms of an hourly, you know, this might be to a fault as well. I've just never really been worried about my EV. I've just never really been worried. We're just going to jam here. It's a little loose. Nah. This is loose, but I think it's going to go really well. Small ante, this is not maybe the best play. I think it's going to go quite well. Will somebody let me know where we are in the free roll? I don't know why, but the lobby... I'm in 218. Maybe I have to go back. I'm having trouble seeing what kind of stage we're in at the moment. If somebody can tell me when we get near the bubble, I would appreciate that. But yeah, sorry, to go back to the cash versus tournament EV thing, like, I used to only play online cash, and I was very EV centric. I was just worried about my hourly, printing my hourly, trying to increase my edge by a half a BB per 100 or a BB per 100. But at this point, I'm just not as... I'm not that focused on my exact hourly. If you would tell me right now that I would make $25 more an hour by not playing tournaments and by doing something else, it wouldn't move the needle for me. And I just really enjoy what I'm doing right now. So I've definitely had some... Should we just trap here? I'm gonna trap you, Moreau. Is that all right? I'm gonna just trap you guys. What a flop. Ian Sheriff says, I would like a study group. Ian, the study groups on poker coaching are unbelievable. I don't know if you're in the Discord, but there's like 15,000 members in the Discord. It feels like there's just a study session every single day of the week with those guys, which is just awesome. So I would really highly recommend to hop in that one. And yeah, join the study groups there. God's Big Toe and Crazy Sixes have study groups, as well as Louis Philippe. He has an online study group, I believe. They focus more on online poker versus... I trapped myself. He should have probably jammed the river there. I trapped myself with aces. I trapped myself. I should have jammed pre. He would have gotten out of there. He would have gotten out of there if I jammed that one pre. Just kidding. Well, no, not just kidding. He would have gotten out of there probably if I 3-bet pre. But I like it. I like keeping him with the 2-3. I like keeping him in with the 2-3. Yeah, life Shaquatic, yeah. Poker and Discord it's amazing. It is amazing. Okay, here we go. There's 446 left, 216. 126 paid. Cool. Ryan Gladdo, do you play the WSOP, Justin, i.e. the main especially, and good runs? Good ones, maybe? Good runs? I love the WSOP of poker. The World Series of Poker. I love it. I'm learning mixed games just to give myself a chance at trying to go after Player of the Year one day. I have 2 bracelets online. They don't feel the same to me. There's the online series right now happening, and I really want to win like 4 this year. You know, I want to win so many of them. Yeah, I'm very driven to do well in WSOP. I had it was a great summer for me. A disappointingly great summer, I would say. You know, like I did quite well. But I didn't get that bracelet. I didn't get that big win. But a few big final tables. I final tabled, I don't know, a couple of the high rollers. I forget which ones. I final tabled the last 50K for sure, and then the 100K WSOP, the Hooney one. That was a fun final table. Not that fun for me, but cool to see Hooney have an amazing summer. So yeah, I love the WSOP. I really want to do well there and get more bracelets. The main event, I only have 1 cash in, which is definitely disappointing. And I actually regged day 2 that year. Maybe I need to get back to that. I think next year I'll just reg day 2 as well. It's all, like, we talked about this earlier, but like, it's all about wanting to play. And during the summer, you play 70 days straight or something, maybe 50 days straight or whatever. Like, it's a lot of poker. And the main event is a very long tournament. I think I need to be a little more careful in the future with the main. I want to play when I want to play. Yeah. And I think I'll play better. I'll be more present. I had a spot this year in the main where, like, if the stakes were higher and it was like, if you get this decision wrong, you can't play poker ever again, I probably wouldn't have gone with the hand I went with, you know, and I just maybe didn't play my A game as much as I should. So I really want to do better in the main. Yeah, really want to do better in the main. What did I find the most helpful and provide the most improvement in your game from the one-on-one JL coaching? I would say the best thing I learned from Jonathan is building a range. You know, the poker coaching homework forces you to build a range of hands. We're all in. Yes. We're still alive in the 100. The poker coaching homework like forces you to like really focus on your strategy, not worrying about your opponent or how they're playing or anything else. Just simply like, okay, you get to the river. What are you betting for value? What are you betting for bluff? What size do you want to use, and are your ratios correct? Classifying your hands. Jonathan Little's poker coaching, all of us, we believe that like you want to classify your hands as premium, marginal, draws, and junk. That's going to help you kind of decide how to play that type of hand. So that was definitely the biggest thing for me. When he kind of taught me that and walked me through that, I would just spend days and days and days, pen and paper, focusing on different buckets of hands and how I wanted to build my strategies, how much EV I thought they were worth, how much like EV I thought I could generate. And so that was definitely the biggest things that John really helped me with. on the table. I would say like strategy wise, those were the biggest things. Off the table, John was unbelievably helpful in helping me kind of like mature. He said so many things to me that like stick with me in my mind. I'll just say a couple that kind of stick out. But like I was moving to Vegas, and we were on the phone, and he was just like, I don't care what your vices are. When you move to Vegas, you can't entertain any of them. Like he's like, if it's drugs, alcohol, women, like I don't know what your vices are, but like if you're moving to Vegas and you want to make it as a pro, right now you need to be squeaky clean. You need to take this, so seriously like a job, because your vices will kill you if you are a young kid moving to Vegas, trying to have a bankroll, making some money for the first time, and you go and like have fun and do those things. So I was really careful to just take things professionally early on. That was huge. He's always big on like just having no ego, and so one of my favorite things that John did for me is that he coached me for maybe 6 months, and it got to the point where I was playing a ton. I was playing every single day. I knew my strategies. I was working in the solvers at that point, and he knew that I was really interested in the software and game theory. And he had me read these 2 Will Tipton books, which are game theory books. They're like Will Tipton getting a PhD in game theory, using poker as a way to kind of show different game theory concepts and build Nash equilibriums and all that stuff. So he had me read those 2 books, and then he actually bought me coaching with a guy named Michael Acevedo. This is probably 2018 or something like that. And he got me 10 hours of coaching with Acevedo, and Acevedo taught me how to use Munker Solver, how to use Pio Solver in a much better way. And what that kind of taught me, not only did it teach me like, okay, you need to get better at the solvers and do all these things, but it taught me that like, okay, he understands that he's a great player, he's had a great career, but like there's things I need to learn from other people. There's always more to learn from different people, no matter who they are, and just kind of having that mindset of not having an ego, I think helped me a ton. So those are some of the things I learned from Jonathan. More will come up. I'll share more as they come up. Grant Madden, do you think streams are a good tool to study? I would say no. Streams are great for entertainment. They're fun, but I wouldn't consider streaming to be a way to like really get better at poker. I think if you want to get better at poker, coaching videos, coaching sites, interactive quizzes, interactive training, different things like that are kind of what can help you get better at poker. Streaming can kind of like encourage you. It can kind of like spark interest and like help you with puzzles and help you have that joy kind of thing, and a community. But I wouldn't say that like watching an 8-hour stream would be compared to like studying poker. If you want to study, you need to think really, really deeply about the game, different spots about the game, how you should be playing, why you should be doing certain things. I just have notebooks filled with little EV calculations by hand, like just trying to do old school things to get my fundamentals as good as possible, because poker is so complex, and if you try to think about a million different things at once, you're going to have a hard time, especially when stakes are high, pressure is high, spotlight's on you on stream, all those things. You have to be able to have a really strong foundation and fundamental way of approaching decisions if you want to be good at poker. All right, it's over now, heckling. Yep, no problem. Thank you, Better Days. Okay, so yeah, info says if the tournament stats aren't loading, you have to reload the client. 90 from the bubble. Okay. If I reload the client, won't I be out of the... Won't it take me out? Tonka won 6 W Coops this series, still only ended up plus 50k. It was sad to see. Tonka. I think I played with Tonka recently in Barcelona. He's a super nice guy. 50k, man, over W Coop is pretty nice. I know he won 6 and whatever, but like, yeah, you're firing hard. I would sign up for 50k every 4 weeks or however long W Coop is. What do I think about Mateos? He's the GOAT at the moment. Mateos is really tough. We got heads up in Triton, maybe 1.7 million up top. I mentioned on break, like, you want to chop, you want to do it? He's like, no, I want to play. You know, he's an intense guy. That kind of like, a lot of people would want to play or whatever, but like playing for 600k heads up, like I would have definitely taken out some money. I would say that he is exceptional in his intensity, in his focus, in his desire to win. In all of those ways, I would say that he is absolutely exceptional. Pair the board. Yes. He is absolutely exceptional in his table presence. I mean, he's been running hot. He's been playing amazing. I don't know who I would take over him in the high stakes tournaments. And the guy is just fucking sick. Like, he'll go play for 3 weeks. I'm home. I'm watching streams. I'm studying. I'm playing my bots. I'm I'm playing the robots to get better at poker study wise, right? Like, I'm doing all these other things, and I'll like log in to watching online, and he's just like playing the 25K online, playing the 10K online. Like, the guy just never stops. He has played so much poker in his young career. Like, he's my age. He's like 29, and he's just played so many tournaments and so many spots, and he's so intense. And yeah, I mean, I don't have enough good things to say about that guy. He likes Atletico Madrid. That's probably a net negative. Like, that's gonna be tough to be super happy in your life forever. You know what I mean? Like, if you like Atletico Madrid in a country that has Barcelona and Real, it's gonna be tough for that to go super well for you. So maybe that I would consider a weakness of his. I'm just kidding. I think he's from near Madrid and he grew up a fan. So that's cool. But no, as a player, I mean, I don't have enough good things to say about Amadi. Really, really respect his game. Yeah. Hopefully I get to play heads up for some many times these next 5 years. I'm not, I wouldn't say I'm ever like intimidated at the table, but he's a guy that he's intense, you know? He's a guy where you're playing for 600K heads up and he's like, no, I want to play. We played one hands of heads up. He won. We played one single hand and he just wins the tournament. You know, he's so intense. Doesn't even want to think about not playing for money or whatever it is. Sick guy. Sick guy. Okay, Dan Weaver, what do you do for tilt? I've never really had a problem in tilt recently. I've been losing a lot of all-ins on the river. These are 500 to 1K MTTs. Yesterday, bad beat. What do I do about tilt? So, sometimes I have a hard time talking about this stuff because, like, I'm always learning new things. And I'm always trying to improve my approach to different things. What do I say? What would I say I would do about tilt? Tilt to me is like, you need to really figure out why you have it. I think that one thing I believe in is that when you do really hard things and you have a goal that isn't related to the money or to not getting river on the river or whatever. Should I bet here? Limp pot. If you what's the word I'm looking for? I'm looking for the word like if your objective isn't in money, if your objective isn't in, winning on that single day or whatever, and your objective is on playing your best, focusing on sustainability, long-term profitability, always having good data, different things like that, like working hard, putting in volume. If those are your goals, it's much easier not to tilt. If your tilt is to like show up and win, and you're sad about running bad, I would say the biggest thing I would say is like try to incentivize yourself in other ways, than in like super short-term variance. Let me think on that more though too. I need to think about that to come up with a little bit better answer. Do not tilt because you want to be competitive. You want to really want to win in the short term. You want to like be intense and have all those things. But the end of it, you know what? One thing I would say helps me is that I use running bad as a way to compete again. I think that a lot of the things for me, I grew up in playing a lot of sports and like competition was huge and what I really enjoyed. When I run bad, the thing that I put into my head is I just am like, okay, well, I have an amazing opportunity right now to have a humongous edge because all these other MFers at the table, if they ran this bad right now, they would play bad. It would affect them. It would cause them to put in less volume or play worse or do whatever. I'm going to use this to play even better. I'm going to be even more focused because if I have a slightly higher ROI, I'm going to feel a little bit less variance. So every single time I run bad and I feel it in my core that I'm tilted or anything, I'm just like, okay, perfect. This is an opportunity to have an even bigger edge. This is an opportunity to put in even more volume. This is an opportunity to work even harder. If you like train yourself to like have that, I think that it's going to be beneficial for you. You're going to use it as a as a way to kind of grow and improve rather than worrying about that short-term stuff. All right. What other question? Ryan says sick. It's easy for big blind of an ace or six. Yep. Bankroll management helps prevent tilt. I mean, yeah. So that's another thing. I've never. This is one thing that has been huge for my career. I have not since in the last 5-6 years have I ever relied or focused on like month to month earnings in poker to pay for rent or do all those things. Like I really worked hard to try to separate those things and make sure that no matter how poker's going, my life isn't going to change. Like I can have a score for $1 million, my life isn't going to change in any meaningful way. I can lose a big number, $1 million might hurt, but I can lose a big number and my life's not going to change. You know, my like if that's the case, then I just think about why I'm playing the game I'm playing, and like for me the why is I want to be one of the best players in the world. I want to work hard to understand the game at the deepest level possible. I want to use poker as an outlet to kind of like honor all of the people that have done so much for me my entire life, my family, my friends, all my loved ones. Like that's why I want to be great. That's why I want to play. It's like, what does losing and all in have to do with that? You know what I mean? It's like there's nothing in this tiny short term that can affect my drive and my motivation in those things. So I think you have to be really strong and in your why, and that can kind of help you to not tilt. I hope that's a reasonable answer for you. Okay, if you reload client quickly, your tables will pop back up before your time bank burns. Okay, but it does briefly close your tables. Okay, why don't I just do it on break really quick here in 5 minutes. Have I ever played Linus heads up? I do not think so. No, never in a tournament, and never in a cash game. I would not want to sit Linus. I'd sit him at 1-2. I'd play him all day long at $1, $2, $5. Even 5-10 would be awesome. But yeah, I don't want to play that guy heads up. Mateos always seems to get in FTs with a huge chip lead. GG not as much. Yeah, I mean he's a great player. He's gonna accumulate chips. You know what I love about Mateos? It doesn't matter how big the pot is. He is trying so freaking hard to make the right decision in that moment. And it's not always about, does my hand call here in a computer, right? I mean, that's how you just scorch money in 90% of games. If you're thinking about it of the level, oh, does a GTO solution say that I should call my hand here? Yes, call. That's not a killer mentality. Like, that's not a... Like, you have to be thinking it way harder than that. You know, it's like, okay, does this exact situation, should my hand call? Is the guy opening these hands from the cutoff? Is this spot over bluffed? Is it under bluffed? Do I think he is weighted towards one or the other? Like, trying so hard to figure out if a solver with all of your known assumptions and all of these things would call. Because if you just look at an arbitrary river spot, cutoff versus big blind at 60, and you're calling off your stack, like, there's a lot of stuff that a computer's done to get from point A to point B that, like, you have to really trust that this guy from Nebraska that's playing in his first tournament or whatever is, like, doing, you know? So that's definitely one thing I like about Mateos a lot is he is working really freaking hard to try to make the best decision possible in all situations. And that doesn't mean, you know, big calls all the time. It's big calls, it's big folds, it's good bluffs, it's good give-ups, you know? He's really trying hard to make the best decision possible. Do you think you should go through the master of the fundamentals and turn masterclass before doing anything else? Maybe take a week off from playing. Grant, I would say that you don't, like, there's no need to, like, take a total week off and then play. Like, you can, you know, they should go hand in hand. You want to, maybe studying for 15 hours makes you want to play really badly and so excited to play. And so you should go play, you know, right after. But master the fundamentals and turn masterclass, to me, is the best flow if you haven't really studied a lot of poker before. And even if you studied a good amount of poker before, the turn masterclass is so good. Like, you know, people can say whatever they want about poker content or different things. Jonathan and the team overall worked so hard on this course to try to simplify concepts and make it palatable. Jonathan worked with, he got a coach to help him coach better, for this course. He worked really hard to make things into graphs and frameworks and different things to make it implementable at the table. Like, to me, that is the best course. I think the Tour Masterclass is amazing course. That if you haven't gone through, like, you gotta go through it, and just, I think you're gonna get a lot out of it. If you want to get better at tournaments, that's the play. We have a guy from Spain, actually. He's a big Barca fan. Hopefully you're a big Mateos fan too. He's a good guy. Good guy to root for sure. Okay. I am getting a text in. Says he's going to be pulling the winner of the $100. Winner of the $100 is Karatis. You are the winner. You are the winner. I wonder if I can find it. Karatis. I wonder what that means. Maybe a Spanish word? Karatis. You have won $100. And I'm so glad to send it to you. I'm going to send it to you right now. That way you get $100 on your coin poker balance to start. I mean, you can do whatever. Play cash games, play tournaments. Don't try to get rich too quick. Like, if it's a bankroll for you, play smaller, grind it up slowly. And good luck. Caratase. Karates. Congratulations. Thank you guys all for being here. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate you guys being here, engaging, asking questions, playing this free roll. This stuff's fun to me. I love poker. I want to do my best to help as many people as I possibly can in this game. And sometimes that's going to be sending $100 to somebody. So congratulations. I don't know where we are in the bubble, but either way, I got to be all in here, right? We got table chip leader. I have 13. This is going to fold a lot. He is not going to call this very, very often. But we get called by Lee. We're dead. Black. Oof, it was black. It felt like we were dead. And we were dead. I believe I just bubbled it. 148. I don't know how many you paid. No! We almost had it. Sometimes you win them. And sometimes you just don't. 147. I believe that's me bubbling. Kind of bubbling. We are going to not worry about it. But here's what I'm going to do. I am going to run to the restroom really quick. It's been a couple hours. I have this big thing of water. I'm going to go to the bathroom really quick. After, I'm going to load up a heads-up table. I have the $100 table. We have the free roll. I'll play whatever you guys want. If you want to play 5-card PLO, I'll play 5-card PLO. I will be back very, very soon. All right, I ran. That was as fast as I can go. Gratis. I hope that that's sent. Let's load up a heads-up table. You guys let me know who is still in the free roll. I will pull up a table with the free roll. First, I'm going to close the client really quick. That'll hopefully reset it. Reset the client for me. And we're still in the $100 tournament. We are still in the $100 tournament with Moreau. We can find a win. I believe it's $1,500 for first. That's pretty sweet. That's really, really cool. I love $1,500. I would love to win. Me and Moreau are going to try to get heads up in this tournament. If anybody else is playing this tournament that is in the chat, let me know, because that'd be pretty cool. There's 6 paid. I'm in 13 of 22 left. Late reg is done in 3 minutes. In terms of the free roll, I got 148 with 126 paid. That's not a bubble. Come on, that's not a bubble. I didn't bubble that tournament. Let me know who's in. Saline, first place right now, 214. I don't recognize too many of these names, but you guys let me know if you are in the tournament. What else do we have going? Are there any other tournaments to play? That would be sweet. I can't imagine this late. There's too many. Yeah, I don't think any tournaments are running. A lot of them on break. Some still... Okay, we had a $50 tournament coming up. That's cool. $250. Maybe I'll hop in that if it's kind of like a turbo-y one. I'm gonna hop in a cash game. Let's see what stakes we have. How much money do I have on here? I have $2,500 on here. I can play 2K and L with $500 a short stack if I bust. There's some guys sitting at some pretty high stakes. 25-50 game? That's cool. Just a random 25-50 game running? 2 tables of 25-50? That's sick. That is sick. We don't have that in where I am in Vegas. There's none of that happening. No 25-50. Moreau says, I feel you. Poker literally might be my only way out. Trying to build a bankroll, but it's a hard thing to get into. Sorry you feel that way, man. Oh, you're a student in London. It's like only going to play once every time. Yeah, man. I mean, you're a student. What do you mean it's your only way out? Student's great. I mean, I went to school. I finished school. You can play poker on the side. Try to slowly grind up a bankroll. It's, yeah, it's... You have to enjoy that process, you know? You have to really, really, really enjoy that process of doing different things and just trying to grind it up slowly. I mean, that looking back on it, those are some of the best times of my life, you know? When things are hard and it feels tough to grind and it feels like it's, you know, you just scorched a bit of your bankroll or whatever it might be. Like, it's, you're going to look back on that and it's, those times are fun, you know? Those times of where you have to be resilient and pressures on. Would you say the same about the cash game masterclass? Absolutely. No, the CJ, you find yourself bouncing around. So bouncing around is good. I mean, bouncing around to me is good. If you want to, I think that for cash games, working through the cash game masterclass is mandatory. It's also just so good. I think the breakdowns of content are great. The sims are awesome. Like everything about the cash game masterclass is amazing. There's tons of good content though, right? Like John Jaffe has an amazing cash game series that's worth going through. There's just so much good content there that that bouncing around is totally fine. I think I'm gonna just gamble, right? How much time do I have left to? Let's just be all in. Let's just gamble. Mo Glib. He said, I used to play a lot in college. You're 36 now. Is it too late? You really love it. You're playing in out 10. That's awesome. It's absolutely not too late. It depends what too late means. I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, whatever your aspirations are, it's not too late for it. You just have to work hard. We have a call here. I'm going to get back to my spiel on that in a moment. Red. We want to see red. Red is good. It's a great one. But yeah, it's never too late, man. You have to work. If you really love it, there's plenty of guys that start late and great things happen. The game is, it's so, like, when you're loving it, it's so much fun. It's so enjoyable to play. It's so enjoyable to study. And you're kind of in that flow. You can just make up ground on other people just over and over and over and over and over. Go from 10 and now to 25 and now. You grind up 25 and now to 50 and now. Play a million hands at 50 and now. And you're going to be a great poker player. You know? It's never too late. Never too late for that stuff. And good luck. Let me know how all that stuff goes. Facing 3 into this. 3, 3, 3. Let's find the 3 of spades. Oh my gosh, how close was that? How close was that? We needed the 3 of spades and we got the deuce of spades. He's gonna jam. He goes for 4. I mean, nice hand. 9-8. Nice hand. It's so hard to bluff for that size when it's so easy to jam. The 3 into the 5. My heart said fold, but my heart often says fold. So I have to be careful with that. Nice hand, Reaper. Nice hand. I'm getting a really good price on the river. I don't think people bluff for that size in that kind of node. Bet 60 and then choose that size. It's like he wants to induce. I have a bunch of just like high cards with a single heart. Yeah, that was a fun spot, interesting spot. Dana Weaver, thanks for that. I'm still results oriented when I outplay these guys. I mean, that's it though, right? Like I constantly have in my head like that I'm going to just crush these guys. Like when you run bad, that's like when you really lean into it. You're like, I don't care how bad I run. I am just going to keep going over and over and over and over. It's just going to motivate me. Like all of those emotions that come with like anxiety, just change it into like excitement, you know, change it into motivation, change it into like all the positive things that can come. And I think you're just going to be happier. You're going to be better off. It's going to be better for you. All those things. That's how you become like a real killer, you know, a real killer. I'm going to call. Oh, we both went out in the same hand. GG's. All right. It's low jack, button, big blind. The jack is maybe one of the worst cards in the deck for me. Seven, 4, 7, 5, 6, 5, 3, 4. I'm gonna fold this one. It's a little tight. A little tight. Not the best playability on rivers. Still in the free roll. Who's still in, guys? Captain Can still in. He always does it. He always does it. Is that you, GTO Poker Legend? Are you Captain Can that you said always does it? It's pretty sick if so. Took a big hit. I did not take a big hit. I ran to the restroom very quickly. Not much into the big hits. Good reshove, Moyle. I did wash my hands, absolutely. I need more action, guys. I need more action. I'm gonna check in on the free roll. 130 are left. They are on the bubble. Let's look at the chip leader. Let's look at the chip leader stack here. Three Maxi BTC. I believe that's Christopher Lewis. Vegas and Poke Coaching Legend. Davey XC. Chip leader. They are 3 off the money. Min cash is $4. $0 to $4. Somebody type in chat what that ROI is. Because if you put a number on it, it's not going to be it. That is an infinite ROI, I believe. Getting jammed on. Reaper also jams on me. Kind of close, but not that close. The sphere in Vegas looks sick. The sphere in Vegas is very sick. What a cool little new like thing for Vegas to have. Really, really sick. Sorry guys, just handling something really quick. Sorry guys, I might have to go deal with something, but we'll see. Some car issues in Vegas. Car issues in Vegas, it seems. Okay. All right, everybody. I oh, I'm still in the fucking tournament. That's all right. I'll punt this one off. Moreau, I apologize. I am going to have to just sit out. I have to go deal with something personal. Loved one with some issues at the moment. So thank you guys all very, very much for being here. Let me see this really quick. Yep, I gotta run. I'm gonna just sit out of that one. Guys, apologies. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. I'm gonna scorch this one and go sort out some life stuff. So sorry again. I'll check in to see who wins this one. Thank you guys all very, 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 very much for being here. Apologize for cutting it short. I'll be back streaming very, very soon for poker coaching and the free roll. So thanks for